Hey guys, it's Tom here from Crypto Life Inc. and Team Generous. I'm back at you guys with another video. So in this video, we're going to look at EOS Bet Casino. They are one of the first gambling dApps of their kind on the EOS blockchain. They came out in August 2018. So we're going to take a quick look at that, give it a review and see how the game works. So before I start guys, I'd first like to thank the wonderful team at EOS Bet Casino. They were kind enough to sponsor me for this video with a couple of EOS so I can try out some of their gambling games on their dApp as we go through these video series. So I'll do that in a separate video, but this video we can just focus on review. So let's get right into it. Remember, this is not financial advice, and if you're not over 18, don't even go on this site.
Alrighty guys, so let's do it. So in this video, we're going to look at EOS Bet Casino. So we're going to jump right in, take a look at all their games, have a look at their website, and see what they're offering here on their site. We're going to go look at some of their marketing strategies that they've been doing. They're doing some pretty cool stuff in that space, so I want to have a look at their Medium. You guys can check out some of the articles they've written, and then I'll jump back and show you guys how to place some simple bets on this dice and crash game. Remember, this isn't financial advice, guys, so do your own research and definitely don't copy what I'm doing. And make sure you're of the appropriate age to go and try out this gambling dApp if you choose to do so. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So here's their main website. So here it is, eosbet.io. You can change the languages here. So that seems to be Chinese. Yep, I think that's the Hong Kong flag. We got Korean, and then here we go. Let's just stay with English, something that we're familiar with. So I'm just currently waiting for the EOS to be transferred to my account so I can start the bets, but I'll do a quick review of the site first. So they've got 3 games here. Baccarat is coming soon. I'm not too familiar with how to play Baccarat. I will test it out in another video later on, but we do know that's coming soon, so lucky for me that I don't have to embarrass myself right now. We do have Dice, which I played before, and Crash, which I've also played before. Further up on their homepage, they have this dividend, so you can check how many dividends you're getting. We'll go into that in a second. Alrighty, so let's just have a quick look at their marketing strategy, which has been pretty great. There's a few notable things that I want to mention. So EOS Bet Casino has been around for absolutely ages, and when I say ages, I mean they've even started talking about this game before mainnet launch of EOS, so April 12th, which is great to see that they were, as you can say, betting on EOS to be where they're going to build their platform or their dApp, and which is what happened. But they've launched in August 2018, so they were one of the first, if not the first, dice bet games on the EOS blockchain. So that's good to see, and I did have a test originally back then as well, but didn't quite get into them until about more recently. But here it is. So you can have a look at their Medium. So they've been posting a lot of cool and engaging topics. One of the ones that I'll be following immensely is this one here. So EOS Bet gets ready for mainstream adoption with account systems launch. So that's the first of its kind from what I've seen from any of the other gambling dApps that are in the EOS ecosystem, and basically that's going to help solve the CPU issues, the RAM issues, and the net issues, which are the resource issues that have been plaguing the EOS, let's say, dApp users and gamblers of the EOS ecosystem. So that's a good article to be following and see when they update on that. So let's go back and have a look at their site again. Another thing to mention about their marketing is if we jump onto the dividends, right? My dividends. An interesting thought, and you guys can comment on this in the comments to let me know your thoughts, is they have not released any of their bet tokens, which is the tokens that you get, which I'll explain how you get these tokens in a second. But they haven't released any of their bet tokens on the exchanges. So that is very interesting, because a lot of these other gambling dApps that are coming up at this stage, they've just been releasing them straight away to kind of raise funds and all that kind of stuff as well. So they've done the private sale, obviously, so they've got enough funds for their team to continue developing their games. But it's interesting to see that they've held off on that. And in my opinion, that's only helped the value of this bet token because of the timing as well. So they were so early into the game that most people who you can only get these bet tokens if you start mining on this game, and the way you mine is by gambling on there or playing the dice games or the crash games, and then you get rewarded. Here you can see for every 20 EOS you get 1 bet token, so that's how you get rewarded, and there's only 88 million of these tokens in existence. So the reason why I think this is a great marketing strategy from these guys is because it's made this bet token, if anything, worth more to the users, in the sense that when you have a bet token, you can't really exchange it at the moment, and that makes it a bit more valuable because people are just going to hold on to that because they have no choice, to be honest, but they'd hold on to it anyway to see how much dividends they could get, and also when they do release it, then what the price is going to be for that token, and whether they want to keep holding on to it or sell that token off. So I think that's a great incentive marketing-wise for users of this game to keep mining the bet token, because right now it's just an accumulation phase, and depending on how well the miners are mining this, then that'll depend on the price when it gets released on the exchanges. So you can see right now there's 53% circulating, there's another 47% that's not circulating, so a certain percentage of that would be unmined bet tokens, so that would account for or play a factor in what the price is going to be when this token goes onto the exchange. So that's something interesting to watch out for. Alright, so now it's time to take a little bit of a more in-depth look at how the games work, and then we'll show you a little bit of a tutorial as to how to play the dice game and the crash game. So once again, thanks to the guys at the EOS Bet team for sponsoring me with 10 EOS, so I can just show you guys how to use these two games. So I won't go all out crazy on this right now. I'll just show you guys how to place your bets first with some small amounts, and then in a separate video I'll just go all nuts, and I'll try to either, whatever's remaining of the 10 EOS, I'll try to either win big, win everything, or we'll just go home as losers. So tune in for that one, guys. It should be a pretty good video, and remember to subscribe so you get updated on that. But let's jump into it. So dice, how to play dice. So do you guys know how to play dice? If not, here is a great way to show you. So you can either go manual betting or auto betting. Now auto betting is a bit more, I wouldn't say advanced, well actually yeah I would. There's a lot more tabs. Basically auto betting just means you can choose the odds that you want, and you can just continue betting, and it'll just keep betting for you on your behalf. We're just going to look at manual betting and how this game actually works right now. So I will do a couple variations of bets so you guys can understand. Let's just go to the minimum bet. Okay, good to know, is 0.1 EOS, so that's all right. I can afford to spend, I'll spend 0.5 EOS on this game, and then I'll spend 0.5 EOS on the crash game, so you guys can just have a good understanding. We get at least 5 hits if I lose everything, as to how this game works. So right now what I'm trying to do is a 50-50 bet, which with a 49% win rate. It's quite obvious and it's quite explanatory. So what that means is I'm trying to roll a number from 0 to 100 in fictitious dice, if you want to call it that, and I'm trying to get a number that is under 50. So anything here in the green, anything from 0 to 49, I'm going to win, and what I'm going to win is double. Double, and my percentage of winning is 49%. So obviously the house has the edge here, and then that is what I could lose. So let's just roll that, and we'll see if we win. Fingers crossed, guys. What do we got here? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Got it in the bag, guys, in the bag. Now if that could just happen every time, I'd be pretty well off. So that's how you do a 50-50 bet. Now I'll show you guys a different bet. So we're now up that 0.1 EOS, so I'm just going to go ahead and waste it. So this is how you lose, pretty much. Hopefully we do, otherwise, I mean, I'll be doing well if we win. So what I've done is I've moved it down. So let's just say we're going to roll under a 10, right? So now my chances of winning are significantly less. I've got a 9% win rate chance, but the payout is much higher, so it's at 10.89. So the potential payout Let me just see what that is. Okay, so the potential payout is 1 EOS. So if I get that, I'm going to win a lot of EOS for this amount of bet. But the chances are I'll probably lose. So that's how you adjust your odds there. So let's roll that. Unlikely to win this, but let's just do it anyway. Ooh. All right. Well, you can't win them all, guys, and that one was pretty against us. And then this one here is 96%. So I've just moved it all the way up, so you have a 95% win chance, right? And you can see the payout is much less. It was a 10x before, now it's like 1.03. So barely, you're gonna win around 0.0032 EOS. So it's not that high, but if I play this, most likely I'm going to win this. So let's just give it a go. You can lose on this still though, and there you go. I got a 10, right? Awesome. So what does all this mean? So basically, what I'm going to do is jump on my EOS Flare and then just go onto this account, and we'll just have a quick refresh to see what's been happening, right? So right now you can see that no bet tokens are in my account. Yep, no bet tokens are in my account yet. And what we have done right now is we've made a few bets. So we made like, I think 0.3 EOS worth of bets right now. What have I done? Okay, that's some staking that I've done. And you can see here, so I've done some bets. And I've got some bet tokens now, right? So I've got altogether how much? I've got 0.0150 bet tokens, right? Now these bet tokens will give me dividends eventually on the EOS Bet Casino website. So this is just showcasing how you actually go and mine these tokens, these bet tokens on the EOS dice game. And one of the best ways to actually mine, and I'll show you guys how the dividends system is working, but one of the best ways to mine is actually putting this bar all the way to 96%. That way you have a really high percentage of win rate, and then you go and just keep rolling dice like this. And this is why the auto bet function comes in handy, because you can literally just, if you have 10 EOS that you're willing to lose and just mine for bet tokens, you just run this on auto until at these odds until you run out. Eventually the house will finally beat you. Even though you got 95% win rate, you just don't win as much. So when you do lose, you lose that whole 0.1 EOS, and that's how the house will get that 10 EOS. But in return, you will get to have mined all these bet tokens here. So you're mining at 1 bet token per 20 EOS. So I haven't done the actual calculations there, but you can certainly mine bet tokens that way from the auto bet system at 96 or 95% win rate. So that is how the EOS bet game is played. Let's just see. Oh, they've been too busy. But normally you'd also be able to see my account name here, but there's a lot of people betting at the moment, so you can't actually see them. But you can see your transactions going through. So that's where you see them, and it shows you what the payout is, what you bet, and then also what the odds were as well. So that's, if you want to keep track of who's winning and losing, that's how you have a look there. So, well, that took a little bit longer than expected. So what I'm going to do is I'll just wrap this video up. Feel free to check it out, guys. I'll leave a link for this in the description. What I'll focus on in my next video is how the crash game works, and then we'll also look at the dividend system of the EOS Bet Casino. And then for the video after that, that's where I'll go all crazy and start using all this EOS that I've got. Hopefully I've still got enough. I just try not to lose it all, and then we'll just go crazy, make some crazy bets. Maybe I'll do some mining and see how that goes and show you guys the stats there to see how much of this bet token I can mine, or see if I can just win a lot of this EOS back. So tune in for that, guys. Remember to subscribe and follow up for the next videos. Catch you in the next one.